everybody, welcome to Skulls and Cupcakes.
I'm your Skulls.
I'm the Cupcakes. Everybody drink. Welcome to the baking stream. Holy crap, Stream Elements is... I forgot I set that up.
Oh.
So we transitioned over to Stream Elements recently, and we got some cool stuff. It's snowing!
Yay, in real life and on screen. We're getting our first real snow of the season today.
Yes, we are. So as you can see on the... That's wrong. Everything's backwards?
Yeah, we're backwards, so we're confused.
This is going to be fun. God, I wish somebody was here that could tell us how everything sounded. Like, is the background music too loud? Who's to say?
Can you even hear the background music?
Can you hear us?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Okay.
All right, so we are going to be doing we're going to be starting out with the Rolo Pretzel Cookies because those take the least amount of time and they are the ones that have the least amount of heat needed.
Yes.
So real quick, what did I put that as?
Hey, Bandit found his moved food dish. Good job, buddy.
Good job, buddy. Boom! So, if you look at Nightbot right now, we have the Rolo cookie recipe linked in the chat. We can put that in more later. It's right there on the screen, too, because Stream Elements is actually pretty great.
Yeah. I'm
still learning how to use it, but we've got some basics, and it looks really good. So, you are... Let me move this out of the way so we don't accidentally cook the mouse. All right, you are the Rolo cookie person,
Okay.
so...
Rolo cookies are so easy.
Mm-hmm.
You do not need to know how to bake to do them.
You do not.
So you preheat the oven to 250?
You know what? I don't actually have the recipe up, so let me do this real quick.
You don't even need it, really. It's just to know the oven temperature.
That's the wrong mouse. Okay.
Off to a great start.
Yep, doing great.
So, what you need M&Ms. We have a M&M nutcracker full of M&Ms. You need Rolo candies.
I shelled those all myself this morning.
I don't know if they have these in the UK or what the UK equivalent is, but it's basically
a chocolate-covered caramel.
A chocolate-covered caramel, a little round one.
All right, yes, $2.50 for the oven.
And then these round holiday pretzels. I assume you could do it with other kinds of pretzels, but they work the best with the round ones.
The recipe that I have that's going to be posted actually has them use the waffle-like ones, or there's also holiday shapes here in the U.S., so you can use those too.
Trees and crap. So basically, you find some nice round ones of these ones.
Hi, I'm texting my mom who's trying to get to the stream.
You put a pretzel down, and then you stick a candy in, like, basically in it. We put parchment paper down. It'll keep the thing clean and keep them from sticking. They do get pretty sticky.
Yeah, parchment paper is the best. If you can find that, use it. We're going to be using it for literally everything but the cupcakes today.
I'm trying to find the, like, more round and less oval-shaped ones.
A person.
A person.
A person. Dave!
Hi, Dave!
Yes, hello. How are you, Dave? So, yes, we're starting out with our Rolo pretzels.
You don't have to worry about them expanding at all, so you can put a ton of them on the tray.
Also, I'd like to take a moment to introduce Cookie Cat and Gin.
Cat.
Ginger Bear. They are friends. We got those at Build-A-Bear a couple weeks ago, and we loved them.
We built actual bears as well.
We did build actual bears, which, hold on one second, I'm going to sneak behind you real quick.
Well, we built an Eevee and a Pikachu. Your sister built a bear. Paxie and her sister built Build-A-Bears for each other, and it was adorable.
Well, because we went to Chicago like 7 years ago, and at the time, the reason I took Mara there was because she loves Lala Loopsy, or at least she did at the time.
Yeah, she's 14 now.
Yeah, she's 14 now. She was 7 then. But they had Lala Loopsy Build-A-Bear, so build a doll?
Perfect.
Oh, it is perfect. I don't think I have that many pretzels.
Not many candies? Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. I can always go grab the thing that they're in. But I promised her that she could make one for me, but then we ran out of time. There was a lot of stuff going on in Chicago.
You were trying to fit a lot into one weekend.
Yeah. So when they came to visit a couple weekends ago, I'm like, we are going to Build-A-Bear, and I am fulfilling this promise I made to you. It is, we are doing good. We are baking.
Yes.
And so this is Holly Berry. Now let me,
She's beautiful.
This is Holly Berry, the Build-A-Bear that my kid sister made for me. They are gender neutral. That was expressly told to me like 5 times. And they are so soft.
Shit's so soft.
Sir, I hear you back there.
Trying to eat our pretzels.
I'm going to put the pretzels somewhere else.
Yeah, we don't need them anymore.
I'm going to clip the pretzels with whatever pretzel bag clip I can find first. I found the one with the googly eyes. It's okay. Everything's great. Boom.
It's glasses with Google eyes.
We have interesting things here.
As you can imagine, we're a little bit quirky.
More than a little.
I need a few more Rolos. Not a lot.
How many is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay, hold on.
6 more Rolos.
I need to get my jar. I wanted a gumball machine, and I don't really like gumballs, so we found this thing.
It's ceramic.
It's glass actually, and it fits candy in it. Like the bottom half is full of candy.
The bottom half is empty.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice even colors.
I had to. I'm obsessive.
You can make these at any time of the year because all of the ingredients are available at any time
Cowboy
of the year.
Knuckle time!
Hi!
We are baking indeed. So for those just joining us, we are making Rolo cookies. Let me put the thing in the chat again.
These are also like a really good one you can make with little kids because
yeah,
it's super easy to do and it's like, okay guys, unwrap these, stick them on here. Put circles in circles, you're good. Like,
there's the recipe. So right now what we're doing is we are putting the Rolos into the pretzels. The oven is all preheated to 250. You can't see our oven because it's back there.
It's way back there, but this one's lumpy. That's okay. It doesn't matter if it's lumpy.
It does not.
Because they're going to melt.
They're going to melt, and it's going to be delicious.
So once you have them set up like this, you put them in the oven for, I think it's like 5 to 10 minutes.
Cowboy Knuckles, thank you for mentioning the lovely aprons that we're wearing, because Kit actually made these. And, what one is it?
Big Fat Apron, I think.
There we go.
That is the pattern. It's one of the easiest patterns I've ever made. I've made like 15 of these aprons.
Yeah, let me move over because, wait, I moved the wrong way.
Yep, we're all backwards.
If you look here, those are all of our aprons. Most of them are ones that Kit made for us.
Yeah, it started because I found a zombie pinup girl fabric and was like, I want an apron. And so then I made...
Zombie pinup girl fabric. I don't know how well you can see it, but there it is.
Then I made Paxie one that was like, what, plaid and pumpkins?
Yes. I can't find it. It's buried in everything.
But plaid and pumpkins, and then I made us Christmas ones.
And then this one is Mod Kayla's. It's Batman in sparkly black and gray plaid.
And then, I made one for my dad,
yes.
a joke that was like leopard print and cherries with pink thread.
We made one for my mom that was like a blue plaid.
Yeah, with hummingbirds, I think. So...
Sorry, still trying to help my mom get to the stream.
Once you've got them all set up, so it's a pretzel and then a little chocolate-covered caramel inside of it. You pop these in the oven for, I think it's 5 to 10 minutes, basically until they're melty.
I keep trying to use my regular laptop as a touch screen. 3 to 5 minutes
3 to 5 minutes
until the Rolo caramel piece begins to soften.
Yeah, so you just want them to be soft.
How does everything sound, people who are here? Because we don't know. Where did my coffee go? I found it. We're fine.
So those are in the oven.
So those are going to take 3 to 5 minutes. So real quick, I'm just going to go through and I just realized I set up timers with Nightbot to like just make things pop up randomly, but I forgot to actually, turn them on. So real quick, the next thing we're going to be working on is our come on, work with me here. Next thing we're going to be working on is our cookies, which is this one. I'm not totally putting that in so I can pull up the recipe or anything. Nope, not me.
Couldn't be me.
So real quick, you're going to see here that on the table we have a paper bag.
Yep, brown paper grocery bag.
Please hold this. So this is one of the tricks that I learned from my Aunt Paula, rest her soul wherever the hell she is. I haven't talked to this woman in years.
She may or may not be still alive.
We don't know. But basically what you do is you just cut out this paper bag, you just make it flat, and then as you can see, I was using it previously, you put your flour down and everything, and when you're done, you fold it up and throw it in the
toss it.
garbage, and there's less mess here.
Yeah, because normally when you make a rolled out cookie, you cover the countertop in flour. So it doesn't stick.
Yeah.
And it makes a giant mess.
Yeah, and giant mess. Okay. Everybody ignore the person who said, shh, I'm not here. Don't say anything.
Not here.
They
Don't
are
look
not
at them.
here. Don't look at them. Don't talk to them. They are not here. Okay. What am I doing? I'm lost already.
Sugar cookies?
Sugar cookies. Okay, we need to take stuff out of here because I needed to... Oh, this is the baking desk. It's supposed to... It was advertised as a baker's rack, but it literally...
It's not really a baker's
It's a
rack.
desk. Like, I could probably work on here with my laptop if I wanted to. So, like, you can't see down below, but, like, all of my extra pans and everything. We have our decorating stuff down there. My giant purple thing, which is right here, of decorating tips and other miscellanea.
It folds out. It's a huge...
It's
awesome.
It's insane. But, yeah, this is the baking desk, and this is where most of the mixing is going to be happening. So...
Nope, it's just going to be crooked. All right.
Well, hold on. Better?
A little bit.
If
I think it's just bottom heavy.
Yeah, if I got a second thingy, we could do that.
Anyway.
Also, this is our wall of art.
I did the one in the middle. That's St. Dennis.
That is St. Dennis. If you would like, Katie will tell you the story of St. Dennis.
Well, let me tell you the story of St. Dennis.
Hold on, there's something on the floor.
It's a pot holder.
It is. It's one of my pot. I made this pot holder.
How did that get on the floor?
Probably me actually.
Oh, I was gonna say Bandit.
Oh, probably Bandit. Which, if we're lucky, he might grace us by sitting here. Oh, I heard a beep. Boop. All right, so we're not going to start the sugar cookies just yet because those are ready. You want to hand me one of the big leaf ones, so then you can bring the whole thing out here.
Oh, perfect.
We found these at our local grocery store. They are a great size for what's about to happen here.
Okay, I'm gonna try and tilt the pan enough that you can see it.
Perfect.
They're perfect. They're melty. They're warm. So now,
who's ready for some insanity?
I didn't know he would spit them out.
I didn't know he would either.
So these are just plain Christmas M&Ms. I've used mint M&Ms. You could use, if you like almonds, you could use almonds. Basically, you just want to take them and stick them on top of the caramel carefully and push them down a little bit so that it all sticks together.
Now you need to use 2 greens in a row to balance it out. So yeah, these we'll have to move these probably somewhere else.
Yeah, but you can let them cool down a little bit too. You don't have to do it straight out of the oven, but
doing it straight out of the oven is for maximum meltiness.
Yeah, but like if you're doing it with little kids, you can let them cool just a little bit so they don't burn their fingers. But yeah, easiest cookies I've ever made, and they're like drugs. They
really, really are.
Like ridiculous easy, and you cannot stop eating them. It's like the crunchy, salty pretzels and the melty caramel and chocolate.
Yeah, there are a couple things that Kit's family is really excited that we bring, and it's usually these cookies and the orange apple butter that we make.
Yeah.
Okay, we need 4 more.
Green.
Good, very good. I gotta go wash my hands now because I just licked chocolate off me.
So, that's what they look like.
And now those are just gonna set and harden up.
Yeah, so now they just cool off.
Yep.
Takes 10 minutes to make them. You don't need any baking skill. They're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like, we got a huge bag of Rolos. We got a huge bag of pretzels. You can make a ton of them in no time.
You don't even need to get a huge bag of M&Ms because the M&Ms, like,
this
guy fits about 1 bag of M&Ms. I've had this for years. I'm pretty sure I got this I know I got this when I was still living in New York. I don't remember when.
So he's probably a good 15.
Wait a minute, hold on. There's a copyright on him, but it doesn't have a year. Sadness.
There you go, the one kind of cookies I can make.
You can make more.
That's not true. I can make snowball cookies.
You can.
And snickerdoodles. And I'm
All
really
right.
good at brownies. Anyway.
Drink.
So I'm going to move these over to the counter so they're out of our way. But yeah, that's it. Rolo cookies.
You should be able to set those on the cooling rack.
Oh, cool.
Because, you know, it's metal.
What do
So-
you need the oven to be?
I need the oven for the cookies to be... Hold on.
Probably 350?
No, 400.
400?
Yeah.
Fucking convention.
Yep. All right, so these cookies that we're making, these are called Eloise's Sugar Cookies. I found them a couple years ago, and they are amazing. I love this recipe because it's minimal ingredients. You can customize it pretty easily, and you don't need to let the dough chill for an hour or two. It's pretty awesome. So, that is in the chat. I was going to turn Nightbot on. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, not an advertisement, but it could be. I get migraines, and this brand of energy drink cures them. Cures them. I don't know what it is.
I think I still have a G Fuel in the fridge.
I think you do. I don't know what ingredient it is in here, but I woke up with a migraine today because we got a snowstorm.
Yeah, we've had like snow warnings here in the lovely, lovely area that is Wisconsin. Thankfully, we're not getting.
Hi,
it as much.
Chezzy.
Chezzy, what's up? I'm enabling Nightbot timers so that I can occasionally it'll just tell you on its own like the recipes for everything that we are making have made so far. Come on, work with me. Thank you. Frosting, cupcakes, cookie cutters, aprons. Okay, I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, yeah, I went through and set up all these timers and then just had them disabled until today because we didn't know if we were going to stream earlier than that. But, all right, can close out the Rolo Pretzel Cookies.
Yeah, and if you need a recipe for the Rolo Pretzel Cookies, literally just Google Rolo Pretzel Cookies and you'll get a million of them.
Yeah.
They got really popular about 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody was making them. But, again, super easy to make, good with kids. Yeah. So, sugar cookies.
Sugar cookies. We actually have some made already because I made some last night just to, you know, so we had something to do while we're waiting for things to bake. We can decorate those. But my oven is preheating to 400, and I don't actually have any measuring cups out here, so un momento.
I watched a couple of them,
Okay.
now that we don't have a million measuring cups.
I mean, I don't know why you would think we have a million measuring cups. I have like 5 sets in my hand right now.
Like, when we moved in together, we both had like 2 sets, and we have bought or been given more since then.
Oh, hold on, I got, where are they? I found them, it's okay. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. I found the Pikachu measuring spoons.
They made a whole set of Pikachu baking stuff, and I couldn't afford most of it, but I could afford the measuring spoons.
The measuring spoons are adorable, so I don't know if you guys got to see those earlier. So, alright, the first thing we need to do is we need to cream the butter and sugar together. Now, for those who don't know what creaming is, what's going to happen is we are going to pulverize these 2 sticks of butter until they are no longer in stick form.
They are room temperature.
They have been sitting out so they are nice and soft. So we're going to start with that. So here.
That's the best way to soften butter, but if you have to, you can do it in the microwave.
Yeah, if you microwave it, you risk getting like some melted butter, which honestly isn't the worst thing in the world, but you don't want it to be completely liquid. So, boink. Shout out to my mom who got me this KitchenAid for Christmas a couple years ago. I love it.
It's the dream.
It is the dream. Shout out to Kit's mom who got me this nice little
scraper paddle.
Yeah, we have this one and then we have another one that has the scraper bit on both sides. So this one actually doesn't fit very well in my other bowl, so we're going to use it on the big purple bowl. Alright, so we just... Come on. Come on, get in there. Thank you. Alright, so... Another nice thing about this recipe is, say you're like me and decide you want cookies but don't have eggs. This is a thing that actually happens to me occasionally. For every egg that you need in a recipe, you can substitute that, in any recipe honestly, for a 1/4 cup of pumpkin. Like just canned pumpkin. We're not doing that today, but it's delicious when we do.
Yeah, then you get pumpkin flavored cookies too.
Yeah, and you just add cinnamon to the whole thing. Alright, so I need a...
That's a thing that, like, it's a good vegan thing too, or like if you have egg allergies.
Please hold the hedgehog. All of my flour and everything is right here, so you'll see me turning my back to the camera to get into things here.
Oh, his batteries are burned out, but he normally lights up.
Ah, Mrs. Claus, please.
Ma'am, please. We're trying to bake.
Okay, we're going to need to pull this down real quick.
Yeah, it's awkward to try and get stuff out of there.
It's awkward, and also this is almost empty. But don't worry, there's two bags of sugar on the coffee table over here. It's called the coffee table because literally all the coffee we own is on it. And my mom and my dad actually decorated it so that it has like cups of coffee and little things. I'll have to post a picture of it later. I love this table. If anything happens to this table, I will kill everyone and then myself. All right.
It's really cute.
All right, that should be good. Here, I have a job for you.
Yay!
All right, so...
Baking is a form of chemistry, if you didn't know.
And I'm the one who doesn't care.
The reason I was not good at baking for a long time is because when I cook, I tend to just be like, 2 cloves of garlic, I'll just eyeball that.
Y'all, there's about to be noise.
You can't do that with baking. You have
I mean,
to measure shit.
You can, but you still want to measure at least a little bit. Like, I eyeball a lot of stuff. Like, I need to add vanilla to this.
Now, vanilla is not one of the things that affects the chemistry.
According to this
Just the
recipe,
flavor.
we're supposed to do a teaspoon of vanilla.
That's for quitters. Nobody ever adds enough vanilla or cinnamon. My God.
I'm not sure what you thought was going to happen. All right, we're going to turn this up a little bit. I need to go... Now, my paddle here does have a scraper on it, but it's not perfect, so I need to go grab a spatula. In case you were wondering, I have holiday spatulas. Look, it's a truck with a Christmas tree and presents. It's beautiful. All right, so we're gonna lift this up and give it a good scrape down real quick because all the butter and stuff is on the sides.
So creaming butter does not mean putting cream in butter.
It does not. If you've seen that riff track short, you know what we're talking about.
It means basically to mix it with sugar and make it soft.
Yeah. So, a few months ago, I entered a contest to make cupcakes with Madrina's powder. And the people they had working there clearly did not know how to bake because they looked at my recipe for cupcakes and went, what does cream mean? Thankfully, I was in the chat and I said, dude.
Screaming at them.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, put the butter in the bowl, whip butter until no longer in bar form.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that going.
They also made a chicken recipe even though one of the 3 judges doesn't eat meat. Which wasn't fair to the chicken recipe.
I think the chicken recipe ended up getting like a consolation prize. Okay, I need to come over here real quick because I need another bowl. Shout out to Mod Kayla who gave me these bowls for Christmas one year. So you want to put all of your dry ingredients in a separate bowl and mix those together. So we need... You want to go grab me an egg? I don't need that right now, but I'm going to need it.
Just one?
Yes, 1 egg. And if you could also grab me the baking powder while you're out there.
Okay.
All right, so I need 2 1/4. Wait, 2 1/4? Yes. No, 2 3/4 cups. Did you know that 3/4 cups were a thing? This is a 3/4 cup. I almost dropped it. I got it. We're fine.
I grew up with a set of measuring cups that had a 3/4 cup in it. And I was confounded that I had never seen another one.
I'm so confused by this.
And so my mom, a couple years ago, was like, we had a 3/4 cup growing up, right? And she was like, yeah. And so I told her that I had never seen another one, and she actually got me a set that had a 3/4 cup in it.
Yeah. All right, so with flour, you tend to actually do want to scoop into the measuring cup and then level it off and anything. And, no, powder.
I always get it mixed up. Couldn't remember what you said.
We're not going to do that. My, home economics, it wasn't called home.
Starch.
It wasn't called home economics. Above the breakfast bar on the, yep. It was called home and careers when I took it, but it was basically home economics. What's Kayla saying?
Mod Kayla will return randomly. You'll never know when fleas.
That does sound like Mod Kayla. So my home, no.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right now. My home economics teacher was always like, you have to scoop it in and measure, and I'm like, and we're done. All right, so baking powder. I need, if you could please take one of those eggs and crack it in there and go mixy. I need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So that's a 1/4 teaspoon. That's a 1/2 teaspoon. I feel like I'm in that one Bugs Bunny skit with the keys. The garage, the front door, the back door. No. Y'all, I'm old. All right, so we need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1, 2. Just one egg. All right, so that is all done. I need to grab a fork real quick so I can stir this up. All right, so mixing this up real quick. And now here comes the fun part, because this needs to go in there. And it's going to be a mess. So what we're going to do first is we're going to lock the thing down, because if we don't, occasionally it'll just go blonk, blonk. So we're going to turn it on. Here, let's switch places. Is this a square dance now?
Do-si-do.
Promenade? I don't know.
I learned how to square dance once.
Alright, so we've got this going, and we're going to very slowly and very carefully add the flour mixture to our wet mixture, because if we don't, stuff's gonna go everywhere. Would you be a doll and go get the cookie cutters? Alright, so very, very slowly. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it on out. Alright, all of our flour mixture is in there. I'm gonna grab the spatula real quick. Turn this off. We're already getting the consistency that we want, which is great, but I do want to scrape down the side just to make sure we get everything all mixed together.
Oopsies.
I suddenly regret making all of the Nightbot commands for this stream like moderator, because that's you and me and Kayla, who is at work. I mean, no, Kayla's not at work. What am I talking about?
She definitely is not. If she was on a break.
She was on a break. Okay. So, alright, we're going to let this go a little bit longer, because there's still some stuff on here that needs to get mixed in. Like on my paddle, you probably can't see it, mostly because the paddle's down in the thing right now. There's some butter stuck on the paddle from everything, so actually we can just take this off real quick. So, like, I'm just going to scrape some of this excess off there.
You want all that good stuff.
You want all that good stuff. But this is turning out great. The consistency is just what we want. Alright. Could you go boil some water for me?
How much?
I need at least 2 1/4. I need at least 3 cups, and then I want some cocoa.
Okay.
You may be asking yourself, why am I boiling water? Well, because the cupcake recipe that we're going to be using actually requires boiling water. So, over here, let me grab it. This is the Betty Crocker's Chocolate Cookbook. I grew up with this cookbook. My mom's chocolate chip cookie recipe is in here. But also, there is a recipe in here for Black Midnight Cake, which is what we're going to be using to make our cupcakes today. Sadly, I don't have a link to this recipe. I might type it up sometime and put it out there, but for right now, just know that you can get it here, or, hold on one second. Or you can buy it on Amazon. Hashtag definitely not an ad. Alright, so I'm gonna turn this back on for a little bit. Are you hugging your knuckles?
I did not actually kiss the cookie cutter.
That's okay. Alright, we're just gonna set these over here for right now. We can get this bowl out of the way because we don't need it any. We actually could probably reuse this for the cupcakes, so I'm just going to stick it over here. All right. I'll be back, I promise. Oh, dear.
What?
Hold on. Please hold. This is... Oh. There we go. Everything's fine. The, thing that we're using, the,
Cooling rack.
The cooling rack was slightly off the breakfast bar, and that could have been a problem. Can you put Holly Berry in on my bed? Yes. Thank you. We got a chair over here we're using for storage. Okie dokie. How's everybody doing? How's the stream so far? Can you hear us okay? Is the background music too loud? Can you even hear that we have background music?
A bandit.
A bandit?
He escaped.
Escape. I need a drink real quick. Talk amongst yourselves. Never fear, my giant GDQ bottle is here. Everybody hydrate. Bendito.
Hello.
Hi, sweetheart. Do you have anything to say to your adoring fans?
Hello. I eat cookies.
No, you don't.
Oh.
Sorry, buddy, you cannot have cookies.
You can't even taste sugar.
And? What's
I
your
gotta
point?
wash my hands because I touched the cat.
Yeah, I gotta wash mine too because I also touched the cat. Talk amongst yourselves again. Quick, go be entertaining.
I'm supposed to be entertaining.
You're doing great. You're doing great, dear. Is that your antlers ringing, or does Bandit have a toy?
That's
It's
my
your
antlers.
Okay.
I'm wearing antlers. They have bells on them.
All right. That was Ziggy being loud.
It's one of our other cats.
Okay, I need a measuring cup real quick.
Ziggy says, "You're in the room where the food happens. Are you going to give me food?"
Where is my rolling pin? Found it,
Yeah.
we're fine.
I put all the clean stuff in a pile. I did not see the rings.
I think the rings are in the dishwasher that I
Wash
forgot
them
to...
very quickly.
So, for rolling out dough, you need a rolling pin. I actually have, they're probably like down in there. I have rings I can actually show you. So this is what they look like, kind of. Ours are going to be a little bit thinner. So these are rolling pin rings. What you do is you stick them on the end like this, except actually on there. And it keeps you from rolling your dough too thin. We want about 1/4 of an inch on our cookies, so they are nice and thick, but not super,
Not too thick.
not too thick. So first thing I need is some flour, because we're going to need to flour up this piece of paper. So I just got a cup here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle some. Yes, those are my rings.
If you like it, put a ring on it.
I do like this, so I am putting a ring on it. So they just kind of roll into place like that, and I got to get them all straight.
Yeah, they're just like silicone. So.
Yep, so they just kind of go on like that. When I read the instructions, they're like, remove the handles from your rolling pin. I'm like, why?
No.
Down just a little bit, please. Okay, that's good enough. Perfecto. All right, so you want to flour up your rolling pin. Just take some flour in your hand and do that. Please hold.
The kitty cats are playing.
The kitty cats are playing, and it's the kitty cats that don't usually play. We're going to spread out our flour so we have a nice big area here, but we're also going to put some over here next to the cookie cutters because we're going to need to flour the cookie cutters.
And you don't want to put too much flour down.
I really regret making the Bang Paths moderator only. Bang Path 6, I believe. I want to shout out the person I get my cookie cutters from because these things are amazing. Just don't put them in the dishwasher. Alright, so. Oh, yeah. So I don't know if you can see this. You probably can't. Hold on.
You don't want to put too much flour down because if you get too much flour mixed into your dough, it'll become like tough and chewy and not work. That is what I used to do all the time, and my mom was like, I can tell you why your cookies aren't working.
Alright. Okay, I'm just scraping off excess dough here to the sink, please. Feel free to take some off and eat it.
Yay!
Raw cookie dough
Don't
is
eat
bad
raw
for
cookie
you.
dough.
Disclaimer. Alright, so. This is our dough. This is definitely the consistency that we want. It's a little bit sticky, but it's nice and firm together. So what we're going to do, we're going to pat it a little bit and put it down on our flour. And then we're going to flip it over and put the other side down on the flour. So both sides of the cookie dough are floured. Got our baking thing here, and we just kind of roll back and forth and get a nice square going. One thing that's going to end up happening, because I have no way of making it not happen, is that, oh, see, this happens sometimes. A little bit of the cookie dough got onto my thing because parts weren't floured enough. So if you see some sticking, just go to your little cup of flour here, grab some, and go. The is not required, but you know what? Have some fun with it.
It helps.
It does help. It helps to be insane while you bake. Just while you bake.
No.
Aw. So one thing that is going to happen if you use these rings is that you're going to run over the side of your cookie dough, but that's okay. You just pull that little piece that you ran over off and stick it off to the side to use later. So it's not a really big round thing, but we're not making a pie crust, so we don't need it to be huge because we're just going to peel off whatever doesn't get used with the cookie cutter and go again. All right, first person in chat to tell me what cookie cutter we use first gets to have that cookie cutter used first. We have Eggman, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Nutcracker, Gingerbread Boy, Gingerbread Girl, Gingerbread House, and Candy Cane. So first person to tell me what one we want to use gets that one used first.
Ziggy, get down.
Your cat is in the dishwasher.
No, it's not.
Oh, we also have a cat. I have no rhythm. All right, y'all ain't answering fast enough. Kit, what should we do first?
Knuckles.
Knuckles. All right, so the cookie cutters we have come in two pieces. There's the actual cutter here, and then the stamp that's going to put the face in. So what we do is we take the cutter part, and we just kind of put it as close to the edge as we can without going off. Push that down. Then we take the face part, and we dip it in flour. Rub off the excess because we don't want anything to stick if we can help it. And then just going to put that in like that and leave it there while we put the rest of them in. Could you parchment paper me some cookie sheets? Alright, let's do a nutcracker next. I love this nutcracker cookie cutter. It's so cute. So once again, we're going to put it in the flour so it doesn't stick. Find a good place next to Knuckles. You want to try and like utilize as much as your cookie dough as you can in the first pass, just because the more you roll it out and use it over again, the tougher the cookies are going to be and it's going to look weird. Just do what you can. Alright, so there's that one. Let's do a candy cane.
Parchment paper is not equivalent to wax paper.
Parchment paper is indeed not equivalent to wax paper. You do not want to put your cookies on wax paper and then bake them. That will not end well for anybody. As somebody who has accidentally done that. Alright, so we got that one in. What one should we do next?
Tails.
No, wait, I grabbed the kitty cat.
Kitty.
Those cookie cutters are 3D printed?
Yes, the cookie cutters I got from the Sunshine Tea Shop are all 3D printed. Do not, under any circumstances, put them in the dishwasher. They warn you about this, but me being me, I forgot. And so I put one in the dishwasher, and it was my Knuckles one, and Knuckles melted. Thankfully, she was super nice. I contacted her. I'm like, hey, this is what happened. Can you sell me just the Knuckles? And she did that for me, so that was great.
And that was when you ordered all the other ones.
That is when I ordered all the other ones, because you know what? If you're nice to me, I will be nice back. Also, her stuff is really great. These cookie cutters have been amazing to use.
Yeah,
So
like I've seen 3D printed ones that are, the more complicated a cookie cutter gets, the worse it's gonna work.
like I have another Tails cookie cutter that she got me for Christmas one year. I don't use it because it doesn't work great.
Yeah.
These are amazing. So if you need to go buy cookie cutters, go get them from her. All right, so we got 5 cookies out of this round thing because, like I said, you can only go as big as your rolling pin. If I had a longer rolling pin, I probably could have done more, but I don't. So there we go. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna carefully peel around. Okay, this is sticking a little bit. That worries me slightly, but that's okay. We're gonna peel around the cookie cutters. Just very carefully get the excess cookie dough off and kind of stick it off to the side. All right, and then we very carefully pull up the bottom. We got,
Tails.
Tails did not make it because I did not put enough flour down. So this is what happens when you don't put enough flour down. Here, you want to show the camera. That's okay. Knuckles is fine, though. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to push the cookie out of this cookie cutter. A little bit got caught on the side, but that's not a big deal. And then we're going to kind of use gravity to pull this part off because the cookie dough is heavier than the actual cookie stamp. So we just kind of peel along the sides.
Give it a boost.
Yep, just let it fall.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
These aren't going to be
Made
perfect, but
it.
that's okay. All right, and then we put him on there. We kind of pat him down a little bit. There, good enough. All right, I don't know how well the cat's going to come off. I need to... Yep, the cat's not coming off. Okay. Okay, the nutcracker came off mostly. So I'm going to need to put more flour down. Here's the thing. If you think you have enough flour, no, you don't.
You never do.
There's never enough flour when you're rolling out your cookies. All right, so... just peel off the side here. There we go.
Ah, that guy came out perfect.
Oh yeah, he came out real good. Alright, and then we've got...
Oh, I can't tilt them up enough so you can see them really well, but...
That's okay. We will show you when we get them
We'll
done.
show you, yeah. We've got some finished ones to decorate. So
Yep, which is what we'll be doing after we get all of these rolled out and everything. Just decorating some cookies, and then we got to get the cupcakes going. So, okay, I don't know how well the candy cane here is going to come off, but we're going to try it. Candy cane is not liking me today. Okay, I don't think the candy cane... Okay, the candy cane
made it,
mostly. That's... You know what? It's not like we're giving these... We're going to eat most of these.
Yeah, we're going to eat these.
I mean, Maud Kayla keeps saying she's going to show up, and we've told Maud Kayla that if she shows up, she gets cookies and cupcakes, so... Just saying, Maud Kayla, if you show up, you get cookies and cupcakes. Alright, so we're going to have to do a re-roll.
With more flour.
With more flour, indeed. So, how's everybody doing? What's new? What's hip? What's happening? Okay, well that's doing that. I'm gonna grab a tool I have over here. I usually use this for putting frosting into pastry bags, which I didn't get that last pastry bag put together. I gotta do that later. But we're gonna use it to scrape dough off of here. Oh, a thing to have with these cookie cutters, sometimes the dough gets stuck in them. A bamboo skewer or a just a regular wooden toothpick will help get things off.
Yeah.
All right, so one of the reasons this probably isn't working as well as I would like is because of all the vanilla I put in.
That is technically a wet ingredient. So.
It is. So this is a little wet, and that's probably why this is happening. So that's on me. But if I'm getting a good sugar cookie, I don't want to just taste sugar. I want some vanilla. I want some... So you can like throw cinnamon in this. I've been occasionally thinking we have this stuff called cake spice and baking spice that we get from Penzies. I've been thinking about throwing that in my sugar cookies. All right, so we got all that down. She just stabbed me.
Just poke you with a super sharp bamboo skewer while I'm trying to clean tails out here.
All right, get our thing all done there. Roll this out a little. So you got any baking memories?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, my mom loves to bake. My grandma did too. My mom grew up on a farm, and my grandma used to make all of their bread.
Mmm.
So my mom makes really good bread.
Is that the recipe she gave us?
Yeah, that's the recipe she gave us.
Oh, that recipe's so good.
And it's just like a white bread. So one of the nice things about it is that like, when you're making bread, you make the loaf, but you can like roll it out and then spread like a garlic butter or a cinnamon sugar butter on it. And then you would roll it back up into a loaf so it would have a swirl in the middle. Mm. So my mom would make like a layer or a loaf of regular bread and then a loaf of cinnamon bread for breakfast and all of that good stuff. But yeah, my mom loves to bake. She's trying to not bake as much because she's recently been diagnosed with diabetes. So she's trying to be good at not baking
that's
as much.
never stopped me.
She's a quitter. But, she has passed it along to my niece as well. My niece also loves to bake with her, so,
We need to make her an apron.
We do. Baking has always just been a big... I'm not that good at it. Like I said, it's a chemistry thing, and I'm just not patient enough to measure everything.
I wasn't allowed to take chemistry in high school. They knew I would, like, blow things up.
Actually,
Not really on purpose, but...
I did take chemistry in high school, and I was not good at it.
I watched Mythbusters as a teenager, so they were
That's
like...
basically
nope.
like taking chemistry class.
No, I didn't. I'm not saying that. They just knew I watched Mythbusters, and I'd probably
nope.
blow something up.
Chemistry is also like a form of math, and I'm wicked bad at math. Except algebra. I'm really good at algebra. Maybe because it's not numbers. I kind of think I have the math version of dyslexia. Like, I'm not joking. I heard the symptoms of it one day, and it's one of those things where you go, wait, that's a thing? That's
that was
me
with ADHD, which I have been diagnosed with this year, so...
I was like, man, is it that I'm just not bad at math? I actually have a problem? They also tried to teach us, like, the 90s version of new math at one point.
New math.
We were, in my 6th grade, we were a pilot group.
I'm so sorry.
And the math book was so bad and so hard, I was just, like, crying. And my teacher was asking my mom for feedback, and she's like, it made her cry!
I mean, math just made me cry anyway.
Yeah,
I was terrible at math.
Really bad at math. Math was the one thing I was really bad at. Until I got to algebra and geometry. And I think it's because those aren't numbers. And geometry especially, like, is shapes, and I'm good with shapes because I'm an artist. So.
I think the worst I ever did in math, like, other than just everything, was when they did the, like, multiply, or adding and subtracting time. Like, I could never do that. I never understood why we would need to do that. Why do you want me to work in base 60 when everything else is in base 10? Alright, so, these are looking a lot better.
Yeah, that's going much better. Oh, I need the pan. I looked right at it, too.
I've done that.
Now, cookies like this, unlike my Rolo cookies, you do want to keep them a little bit apart from each other.
Yeah, these ones don't actually spread out a lot, which is another reason I love this recipe. Okay, come on.
Whereas, like, if you're making a roll cookie...
I think this one's dead.
Yeah, that one's not happening.
This one cutter is kind of a pain in the butt to use, so we probably won't make very many more of these. I like it, but it's a pain in the butt. Everything's getting stuck in there. It's got too many crevices.
When you make something that you roll into a ball, like chocolate chip cookie, thank you. Those are ones that they're going to expand, so you don't want to have them too close together. Sugar cookies, not as much.
Yeah, a lot of sugar cookie recipes, that is why they will tell you to chill them, because the chilling keeps them from expanding too much. Oh yeah, she turned out really good. And then this is just a cat. Alright, so we can probably, after we get these last two cookies out of the cookie cutters and onto the tray, we can put these in the oven, which, oh, Sonic came out real well. Okay, buddy. We're rooting for you. Everybody, drum roll, please.
Come on, Tails, you can do it.
I dropped it. Oh, we're good.
Yay!
Oh, he turned out really good. So these are going to go into the oven for 9 minutes. The recipe, I believe, says like 7 to 10. When I was making stuff yesterday and experimenting, I found that 9 was really good. So.
And it varies by oven.
It does. It varies by oven. There are some recipes that are like, you're going to need to leave things in there for like an hour. And I'm like, okay, it's been half an hour and this is burning. All right. So we've still got some scraps from that first round of cookies that we rolled out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of... We have more dough in the bowl back here. I'm going to grab some of that and add it in. Not all of it, because I don't want to, like, because this stuff has gotten a little bit more handled, so I don't want to oversaturate it with stuff that hasn't been used yet. But, like, just a little bit to give us a little bit more to work with. Yeah, that should be good. So, just a little tiny ball here that I'm going to splat together with this ball. Okay, bring my flour down. Now, the nice thing about using parchment paper is that you do not need to use anything to grease the pans. So, we'll be able to just take this, like, we won't have to wash these later. We can just take the parchment paper off and call it a day. Alright, so, whoop, that's okay. It actually peeled up nicely on this side, so I'll just, like, take a little bit of flour and rub it down here. Alright, what ones haven't we used yet? We haven't used the boy.
The boy, the house, or Eggman?
Alright, well, let's get the boy in here.
Did you put flour in that first?
This one doesn't...
Okay.
Okay, so the actual cutter part is not as needy of flour as the stamp part. So the stamp part we do want to rub on our flour pile here. Knock off the excess if you can. And then just, you press it down until, like, the stamp is level with the top of the cutter. And the Eggman!
He's got the master plan.
He's got the master plan. He's about to become a cookie.
How excited are you?
For what?
The new movie.
Oh my god. So, on Thursday night, when everybody else was watching the Game Awards, we were at the Overture Center in Madison, Wisconsin, watching Mystery Science Theater 3000, which, by the way, I love Emily. I love her so much.
She's gonna be so good.
And during intermission, I went to Twitter and watched both the trailer for the movie and the new game without sound on. I was just like...
And when we got home, I specifically watched a clip of Knuckles, and I am dying!
Here's the... Do you have that skewer still?
Ooh, it's around somewhere.
Got a little bit of we got a little bit of dough stuck in Knuckles here. So I can show you now. And we just
pop it out?
Yep. There we go. Just stick that there for right now. Anyway, you were saying.
Yeah, Idris Elba thinks he wasn't doing a sexy voice, but he can't not do a sexy voice.
Yeah, I don't think he tried. Hey, chum!
Hey, bud! Supposed to be happy excitement, but Twitch keeps resetting the name to Rage.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I don't think Idris Elba intended to do a sexy voice. He just can't not do a sexy voice.
That he's Idris Elba.
He does not understand that he is Idris Elba. My God. I am so excited. There was an interview that Jeff Fowler, the director, did. I'm doing more Sonic than Christmas. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't care.
That Jeff Fowler did with, I think, IGN, that was like, people who played Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 2 are going to get a lot of these things. I'm like...
Even just from the trailer, like, I've only ever watched you play those games, and I was like, oh, I know what this is. I get it. The house.
The house. Can I fit the house here?
Barely.
Hold on. I don't think I can fit the house on this one.
Well.
We'll have to do the house next time. We'll do another Nutcracker. You gotta, like, move your cookie cutters around and try and get them in as best you can. Utilize whatever space you can.
Sonic is basically Christmas movie, the Gift of Elba trailer.
Yeah! Yeah, no, I'm
Yep.
with you there, chum.
Yep.
All right, so this is going to be our second thing of cookies, which we probably won't have too many more of these to cut out. Once again, I'm going to plead with you, if you buy these cookie cutters from our lovely, lovely person that I bought them from, do not put them in the dishwasher.
It was very upsetting to see Knuckles just literally melted. Like, his little face was just a blob.
Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Yay! And then you just kind of pat him down so he's flat. All right, here comes our Eggman cookie.
The Eggman.
Cross your fingers, y'all. Oh, he turned out really well.
Yay!
Oh,
Oops,
shit. Sorry.
You're fine.
Oh, we were so family friendly until then.
Whatever, I said shit earlier.
Oh, never mind then. Fuck that.
Oh, wait, are we being family friendly?
I don't know. Are we?
We're never family friendly.
We are occasionally family friendly if I'm on a stream where I'm supposed to be family friendly, like GDQ stream or Power Up with Pride.
We're sometimes better than other times. There's been less swearing today.
So a couple weeks ago, my mom and my kid sister came to visit, and as is our duty, we showed them Space Mutiny with riff tracks. My mom and my sister loved it. They like latched on to this movie. And there's this part in there where the commander of the space station gets visited by the scantily clad space wizard lady, and she puts her hands on his chest.
You are now
Santa Claus! That's a joke one of the riffers makes. And Mom and Mar just like latched onto
just,
that.
like, doing it to each other constantly.
It's pretty fun. That's
Yeah,
been a
it's
thing in
great.
my family. Like when my mom and my brother the thing for my mom and my brother was the whole Gaston and LeFou thing. LeFou, I'm afraid I've been thinking.
A dangerous pastime.
I know. They would do that back and forth to each other until I still wanted to like punch them.
There's
There's
still time to swear more.
There's definitely still time to swear because we haven't even started the cupcakes yet. Alright, so I can probably get one more cookie on this one, and then we still have some dough left. We are almost done cutting out cookies.
Again, this is a fun thing to do with kids.
Yeah, it's...
You do the dough and the baking, and then you let them do this and the decorating.
Mm-hmm.
That was another baking memory I have is my mom letting me use the cookie cutters. Because we had, like, the old-fashioned 70s, 80s version of these that were plastic molded.
How much do I have left in here? Oh.
And,
I'm getting the rest of my dough, don't mind me.
I remember that we very distinctly had, like, a nativity scene, even though we weren't a religious family, but we had, like, camels and donkeys and stuff. And
Speaking of religion, you still have to explain St. Dennis.
I do. And I would always just pick out, like, the camels and make a bunch of camels, and my mom would be like, okay. And we also had, like, Easter and Halloween ones, so we would end up with Christmas cookies that were like, Santa, snowman,
My thingy beeped.
yeah, Santa, snowman, camels, bunnies, pumpkins. And I just thought this was hilarious.
Perfect. Alright, so she's getting some of our cookies out of the oven while I am getting this next bit of dough done out. So this is why you wear an apron, so you can go like this and then go over to your computer real quick. Come on, work with me.
Gorgeous.
Did that work? Hey, Chum, do me a favor. Put Bang Path Baking, so exclamation point baking 4 in the chat and see if it works for you.
Do you want I should put these on the rack?
No, so when you get your cookies out, leave them on the pan for 2-3 minutes till they cool a little bit, and then you move them over to a cooling rack if you have one.
Chocolate's still melty.
Oh, good.
They're not set yet. I can't eat the crack yet. We made some delightful Rolo cookies earlier,
Yes.
which are just pretzels and Rolo and M&Ms. Paxie's cookie cutters are from blah blah blah.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
it worked.
No, that was
Oh,
just
no, that was just the
that's
night
just the
bot.
timer one.
I mean, it worked when I did it.
Dave, it's not going to work for you because I haven't modded you.
Oh. I think it's a capital B?
No, it doesn't, because I
That
actually
doesn't
put them
matter.
in as capital B's and they just defaulted to lowercase b's. All right, we're finally going to get the house, guys.
House.
Our house in the middle of this dough. Our house. It's all covered up with snow.
That is where we used to go.
Okay, let's see. What else haven't I done recently? Let's get some more Christmassy ones. So let's
Yeah.
get another boy going.
Some ginger folks.
Where's the flat part? Okay, I found it.
Got too many things going. Hey.
Okay, Chumblago, I need you to put exclamation point baking 4 in the chat and see if it works for you. Because here's the thing. I've either had you modded all this time and forgot about it and possibly turned it off, or I've meant to have you modded all this time and just now turned it on. We'll find out. Can everybody hear the awesome Big Bang music or Big Band music?
Christmas music that's going on.
Do we want to try this guy again, or do we just want to?
No, it hasn't
Okay.
worked. We gave it a chance.
We gave it an old college try. That's what that's called, right?
Yeah, the old college try. No, it's just a night bot.
I'm glad you like it, Chum. Where's the white? Okay, here it is. Guys, I don't know if you saw Twitter or if you're in Argix Discord, but this morning I came out
We
and
have to explain the backstory.
I have to explain the backstory. So, back in October, I ordered from GameStop the Sonic the Hedgehog Advent Calendar where at the end of, on December 24th, you have an entire snowboarding statue of Sonic the Hedgehog. I was very excited about this, as you can probably guess. So I ordered it, and I want to say in November, oh, that's perfect. It just fits right there. I want to say in November, I got an email from GameStop that's like, it's preparing to ship. And I'm like, oh, good, yay. And then it didn't. And then a few, come out, please. Thank you. All right, these can go in the oven. And then I want to say at the end of November, I got another email from them that was like, hey, this is preparing to ship. And I'm like, yay, okay, that's great. Yay, maybe I'll have it like a couple days into December. And it didn't ship. And I went to my my account page and looked at my orders and watched the status on the order flip from preparing for shipment to awaiting product availability over and over and over again. And it just got to a point where I'm like, I can't do this anymore. My mental health is being ruined by an advent calendar because I really want this, but I don't want it enough to like keep waiting for it. So yesterday I got into a chat with somebody at GameStop because they don't have a way to just cancel from the website or anything. I actually had to get into a chat and talk to somebody in order to be able to do it. And then yesterday I got it canceled. This morning I woke up around 6 because my cats are jerks. And I'm like, well, I could try to go back to sleep, but I'm just going to go out and sit in the living room for a bit. Walked through the dining room. Our living room is over there. Turned on the lights in the living room. Did not look back in the dining room. After 7, I actually did go out to the dining room to feed the cats. And sitting on this very island that we have here was one of those Sonic figures that's meant to hold your controllers.
The one you don't have yet, the 30th anniversary one.
The 30th anniversary one, which I can't get it right now because my hands are covered in flour. Come on. There we go. And he was wearing a little ear flap hat. And, did you turn off the water?
Oh, no.
I just saw it smoking, so I'm like, oh, wait. It's wearing a little hat, and it has a little fleece scarf, and it was absolutely adorable.
And he had a sign.
And he had a sign that said
It said, ho, 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 I am an advent calendar. There are only... And then I took Post-it notes and made a little thing where you can tear each day off. So it said, there are only 14 days until Christmas. Please take some magic candy.
There was a lot of candy in the magic candy tin.
So he's standing on a tin that's full of candy. I went a little overboard on the candy.
No, she didn't. She did fine. I love candy, you guys. There we go. All right, got to get more rolled out. But yeah, so now we have that little Sonic guy advent calendar, and I love him.
It's the only one in the world.
Once I wash my hands after getting this done, because we'll have to switch over to...
Where is he?
I don't know.
Sounds like I can go grab him.
Oh, he's right there. On the Ouija board.
Oh.
Yes, I did just say on the Ouija board.
No, that's the other Sonic.
No, turn around.
That Ouija board.
We have multiples. Here's the thing. I don't believe in ghosts or Ouija boards, but I don't mess with them. But she likes the aesthetic, so there we go.
This is actually a hat for cats.
Okay.
Yeah, it's made purposely difficult to cancel so people are de-incentivized to do it.
Well, you know what? My mental health is more important than a stupid advent calendar, and y'all were driving me crazy telling me it was coming and then it didn't. Excuse me. I need to get a drink after this. Alright, we're going to finish up with Sonic, guys. We're going to try and fit all of these onto... Okay.
Yeah, at least get Team Hero on there.
Team Hero. Alright, let me see these real quick. We're going to move these about just a little bit so that we can fit these last three on there. So...
I just love the expression on Eggman's face.
Oh, the expression's pretty great. Now, the nice part is that we're not planning on making any more rolled out cookies anytime soon. I've decided that if I want gingerbread cookies, I'm just going to go buy some. I love gingerbread.
I know.
Okay, now we do still have some of this dough left. I don't know if it's actually going to be turned into cookies. Because there's not... It's getting to the point where you don't want to keep re-rolling this out.
It's going to get tough and nasty soon.
Okay, hopefully these come out because I forgot to dip them in flour first. Oh.
If you're my mom, you take those scraps and cover them in sugar and just bake them and then let the kids eat them while they're decorating cookies.
I thought that was pie filling. Or pie crust.
Well, she would do pie crust too. She would do cinnamon sugar pie crust scraps. She would also take... When she made egg rolls, she would take whatever was left of the egg roll wrappers.
Oh, God. He just wanted to fall out.
Sonic was enthusiastic. She would take whatever was left of the egg roll wrappers and cut them into little triangles and fry them and then put cinnamon sugar on them for dessert. Yeah.
Is there a pan in there right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, so, what do we do with it? Maybe not.
Don't punch the cookies?
Maybe not.
Yeah, it's like crumbly. So you can see how it's like, it doesn't want to go together anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of falling apart.
It's not. Just eat the rest of it.
I mean, I'm not going to eat the rest of it. I am going to eat this chunk.
Don't eat raw cookie dough.
Raw cookie dough is probably bad somehow, blah, 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 blah.
Salmonella, blah, blah, blah.
Hydrate. This is my GDQ bottle. I got a fancy thing on the top of it so I can just go. It's pretty great. Alright. Okay, now we need to start moving stuff to the kitchen that needs to be washed. So, this entire thing here.
Just put stuff in it.
Those I'm still going to need. This I still need. We're just going to stick this over here for right now. And then all of the cookie cutters. Okay, do you want any more of that? All right, now, as I was mentioning earlier, all we have to do here is just fold this up. This is just a regular paper grocery bag that we got from the grocery store. Now, if you're my Aunt Polly, you reuse this until it starts falling apart. We're not doing that. I have another one if we really need it.
There's a little bit of mess. Let's go clean that up.
But there's not as much as there would have been if we had
Yeah,
put that
imagine this entire thing covered in flour and cookie dough.
And then most of that could just go into the dishwasher. Not the cookie cutters, though.
No.
Alright, ooh, come behind you. Okay. So, we have made, on our list, the Rolo cookies and the sugar cookies. Now we gotta do the cupcakes. But, I'm gonna drink some more water first. So, AMA, ask me anything.
It's hot in here.
It is very hot in here. I'm gonna go open up my bedroom window a little bit more. I'll be right back.
Oh, so St. Dennis.
Yeah, tell them about St. Dennis.
Okay, so this painting back here is St. Dennis. You probably can't see him that well, but I love Catholic saint origin stories. I'm not Catholic. I was not raised Catholic. Their origin stories are wild. And I also took a Renaissance art class that talked all about the symbolisms. Now I'm obsessed with the weird symbolism. Anyway, St. Dennis is the patron saint of Paris, France. He is the patron saint of Paris, France, because he was an early convert to Christianity who was walking down the road preaching the good way of Jesus. And some soldiers were like, we don't like that you're doing this. And they cut his head off. And God went, nah. So St. Dennis bent down, picked up his severed head, kept preaching, and walked all the way to Paris.
Tell them what he's preaching in your painting.
So in this painting, you can't see it probably, but it's Latin.
I got it.
I took the lyrics to Madonna's Like a Prayer and put it into a English to Latin translator. So he is saying the lyrics to Like a Prayer. He's not my favorite, although I do really enjoy it. But my favorite is Saint Sebastian. There's a
We have a
painting
painting of him as well.
of him that way in the living room. Saint Sebastian is the patron saint of athletes and soldiers. So Saint Sebastian was a Roman soldier back in the days when you weren't supposed to be Christian, because the Romans would kill you, and he secretly converted to Christianity. And when his soldier friends found out, they were like, oh hell no, we're gonna kill you. So they tied him to a tree
Snap in a Z formation.
in the middle of the wasteland, and they all got their arrows ready, and Sebastian looked up to heaven and he said, God, please, I've been loyal, I've been good, please, save me. And God could have made the arrows turn into feathers, he could have made the arrows pass through his body, he could have done anything, turned them into bubbles, doves, anything. But what he did was he went, okay, you're gonna get filled with arrows, you're gonna bleed a lot and it's gonna hurt, but you're not gonna die. So,
Finger gun.
when you see Saint Sebastian, he is generally tied to something and filled with arrows. And so the other guys were like, holy crap, Sebastian didn't die. So they untied him and he was like, welp,
That was awful.
I guess I'm gonna walk into town. So we walked into town and another saint, I believe she's one of the Rebecca's or Rachel's, there was another saint who was like, holy crap, Sebastian, what happened to you? And he was like, oh, you know, God. And so then she was like, well, let me help you and clean you up. And so she pulled the arrows out and cleaned up his wounds, and she got to be a saint for doing that.
I mean, it could be worse.
She could be Booby Lady.
Yeah, there is. I don't remember her name right now, but there is a saint who she's normally depicted carrying her own severed breasts on a platter.
And
we're not going to go into it any further than that.
Because Renaissance artists never actually saw naked women,
They
look like grapefruits.
They do.
Like halves of a grapefruit.
So I'm starting on the Black Midnight cake.
Cupcakes. Merry
for
Christmas,
our-
everybody.
For our peppermint mocha cupcakes, or our mocha cupcakes with the peppermint frosting. I'm going to need another bowl.
Okay.
Like one of the ones that fits on the mixer. Basically, I'm going. No, those
Bigger one?
don't. They don't fit on the mixer.
Oh. Was this one?
Nope. I'm going to need you to wash the purple one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Where's the silver one?
I'm about to use it for cupcakes.
Oh.
We have 2 bowls that fit on the stand mixer. One of them's dirty and one of them's about to be. So the one problem with the Betty Crocker cookbooks is that they don't go step by step with anything. Allow me to read this to you. Beat all ingredients except frosting on low speed. We're not doing that. So what we're going to do is we're kind of going to go the same way we did with the cupcakes, in that we're going to have our dry ingredients in one bowl, and then we're going to put our wet ingredients in the other bowl and mix those up.
You dry the wets.
You dry the wets. So right now I've got the that was 2 cups, so I need another cup. I need another quarter cup of all-purpose flour. Bam. 2/3 cup of cocoa, which I believe my 3rd cup is over here. Yup, it is. I try to make this as easy peasy as possible. Complicated baking is just not fun. I mean, if it's the stuff that explodes, it's pretty great, but I think Kit would get mad at me if I exploded stuff in our kitchen. Mostly because we rent. Alright, so there's 1/3 cup, and I'm pretty sure I'm about to use up the rest of this can of cocoa powder. But that's okay. I've got like I also have a bunch of dark cocoa powder, but I don't want to use that for this because that might be too much cocoa. Come on. Alright. Yeah, there's like a tiny bit left in there that I can't get out. But we got our 2/3 cup of cocoa. I need 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking soda, and then what was that? A 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. So here's my baking powder. This is actually a lot more organized than I usually am. I'm usually just running back and forth between here and the cupboards out there because that's where all the stuff is, and I don't always bring it out here. What did I say, 1/4? Yes, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And I need 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking soda, which I don't have the baking soda out here, so one moment. I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so where's my 1 teaspoon? Here's my 1 teaspoon. For those who weren't here during the reveal, these are Pikachu baking spoon or measuring spoons. Kit got them for me a while ago. Alright. Having some difficulties getting a full scoop and then getting it leveled properly. There we go. So there's 1. I made these, so full disclosure, I had another chocolate cupcake recipe that I like to use. I can't find it. So last minute I was scrambling trying to find one that I liked and ended up looking in this book that I have, which is the book that my mom gave me. She has a copy of it that's probably falling apart more than this one. And it was the one that she always used because it has her chocolate chip cookie recipe in it. So I went and looked that one and found this Black Midnight cake, and I made up a small half batch of it recently, and those went over really well at Kit's workplace.
Pregnant lady approved.
Pregnant lady approved. So what I'm doing is I'm just mixing together my my dry ingredients, so then I can put those in once I get my wet ingredients all taken care of. So my wet ingredients, I need 1 2/3 cup sugar. Good Lord. Oh God, this thing's heavy. Alright, getting a paddle on my thing here. So I need my butter. My butter's over here.
Yes.
Yes. Take that entire thing. I'll be there in a second, I promise. I'll be back. The butter does not want to come out of the box. I got it, we're fine. Alright, here we are, I'm back. Okay, so I need, like I said, I need the 1 2/3 cup sugar, and then now full disclosure, This recipe calls for shortening. I'm not a big fan of shortening. I think it makes things taste weird. Personal opinion. If you are vegan or vegetarian and you don't want to use butter, you can use shortening. Honestly, you can use shortening in replace of most things, or margarine. But I like butter. We're going to use butter in these cupcakes. So I need 3/4 cup of butter, which is one of these plus a half. Just, if you don't already know, a stick of butter is a half a cup. So if it tells you, I need a cup of butter, you need 2 sticks. Could you beer me a spatula? Thank you.
Oh wait, do you want a nutcracker one?
Sure. Nutcracker spatula. Alright, so scrape the rest of the butter off there.
What does the oven need to be at?
350 please. Okay. So what I've done is, I only need half of this stick, so I've made a little dent right here with my spatula. So now, when I open up this stick of butter here, I can just go to that dent, dig in the rest of the way, because I'm peeling off the area where it tells me the measurements. But my little dent is still there, so and then I can just go a boink, and there we go. 3/4 cup of butter. Bring the extra butter back over there so we can put it in the butter dish later. Alright, so we're going to get this whipped up a little bit. Alright, so I need 1 2/3 cup of sugar. I have a 2/3 cup. This is a half cup, so we're just going to do 2 of those. Alrighty, Ruby. Alright, we've got our butter and sugar creamed together. Chatting through my PS5 while my phone and laptop charge, but I'm still here. Thanks, chum! Yeah, I usually watch Twitch on either one of our PS4s. Both Kit and I have a PS4, and we have an Xbox. So I usually do it on the, depending on what time of day it is, it's usually either my PS4 or my Xbox. But alright, so we're going to add 2 eggs to our butter and sugar mixture over here. Sometimes you just need to hit the egg more than once. And sometimes you just can't get the egg to open. Egg, please. Your time has come. Oh my god, egg. You ever just have an egg that doesn't want to crack and you're just trying not to get eggshells in your cupcakes? That's what's happening to me right now. Egg, please. Haha, I think we're good. I think I've got it. I think the egg is coming out. We've done it! The egg has escaped! Finally! Are you eating a cookie?
I certainly wasn't making him dance on screen and then slowly came in and bit his face.
You know,
That's certainly not what just happened.
I'm sure that wasn't. Alright, so we gotta mix this up. We're going for the vanilla again, y'all. Not as much this time, because we're also going to be adding a little bit of coffee granules, and by coffee granules I mean instant coffee. if you could please take this measuring cup and get me 1 1/4 cups of that boiling water. All right, so we've got that going. We got the sugar taken care of. We got our vanilla in it and everything. We've got one more thing that we need to add, which is our instant coffee. These are just regular instant coffee granules. There is indeed always that 1 egg, Dave. So we want to have a coffee flavor, but we don't want to have an overwhelming coffee flavor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a decent sized tablespoon, a little bit over, and dump it in with my dry ingredients. And we're going to mix this up. So mixing it up in the dry ingredients. But we're going to keep this out because there's a good chance that we're going to need more. All right, is there anything else I need to do here? Nope. All right, so next we're going to turn this on and very slowly add our dry ingredients to it. We're also going to make sure it's locked so the thing doesn't go boom, 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 boom. It happens. It happened to me while I was making these last time.
Yeah, you don't want to just dump them all in at once.
Nope, it go poof. It's already going poof slightly.
That's what I always do, and it never works.
Baking is an art form. You have to be patient. It's science for hungry people. Okay, so we're just slowly adding in our dry ingredients here. Hey, knock it off. And now this is the point where I just start shaking the bowl a little bit so I can get stuff in. Whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, disaster.
that's never happened before. So I usually am able to just balance my spatula on here, and then some of my powder went everywhere, but that's not a bad thing. Oh, chocolate went on the floor. I saw it. I don't know where it went. It's right here. Okay. We have 3 cats. We don't want the cats eating chocolate. All right, turn this back on. Hey, knock that off. Here, I'll trade you.
Is it like too thick?
Yes, it is. That's one of the problems. That can go. So my cupcake batter is super thick right now because that's a thing that happens. It's thick with like 5 C's. I don't know if you can see that. It's almost like a cookie batter right now. So we're gonna scrape this. We're gonna scrape off the paddle a little bit. Scrape down the sides and get some of this stuff incorporated in. Oh my God. Okay, that's gonna have to be good enough. Now, you're not going to believe what I'm about to tell you, and that's fine, because I wouldn't believe me either if I was about to tell me it. I need to pour this water in there as slowly as possible. Preferably making it so it runs down the inside of the bowl, because if I don't, stuff's going to splatter everywhere no matter how fast I have that going. So we got that back in there. We got it locked. We got it on low. And now I'm just going to slowly pour the water along the side of the bowl and let it get mixed in. And when I say slowly, I mean slowly. It's like a pencil-thin trickle that's happening right now. But you can kind of hear as we keep going, my mixer is straining less and less. And we are getting a more chocolatey, cake battery consistency. If you could please, the cupcake things are over there, and we're going to need them. Alright, my batter is getting to the consistency where it doesn't look like cookie dough. But I'm also pouring the water too fast, so I gotta wait a little bit for it to finish mixing in here. I'm probably still going to need to mix this a little bit with my spatula. I am pretty much done with everything on this table.
Okay.
Except maybe my water and the cookbook and the coffee. Okay. There we go. We have more of a cake batter consistency here. Going to take a moment and wipe down the sides as best I can to make sure it's all getting mixed in down at the bottom. The next time we do this, I'll set this up so my back isn't to y'all for half the stream.
Unfortunately, we don't have a ton of room.
Nope, but if we ever get a house or, you know, a bigger kitchen. I mean, this isn't even our kitchen. This is our dining room.
Yeah. The kitchen's over here where I am.
All right, so mix that up a little bit more. All right, so I need you to take your finger along this thing and tell me if you can taste coffee. Okay, so please hold. We can't taste coffee in the batter. So what that means is we're going to need to add more coffee. So I'm just going to do another tablespoon of this. Now you may be asking yourself, Paxie, why aren't you using already made coffee? Like, why aren't you using liquid? I'm sure you have a pot of coffee. Hi, Broken Hyperlink. How are you? The reason I am not using... What are you looking for?
Oh, the regular cocoa. Are we out of it?
No, we have some. The stuff that I made is over there. Hold on, I gotta come down here. It is, I'm the one who organized the, please hold. I'm the one who organized the thing down here, which is our cocoa and
tea and coffee.
tea cupboard. And so, holy crap, I found more Christmas coffee.
Oh yeah, the Mickey Mouse one.
Not a sponsored, but we're gonna enjoy the heck out of this. Eventually.
On Christmas.
Yeah. God, I'm old. Okay, back to what I was saying. So, you may be asking yourself, why am I not using just already brewed coffee? There is a lot of acidity in coffee. So, we actually tried that once, and it killed the cupcakes.
Yeah,
like, they didn't even bake. So, instant granules are good. Those Starbucks Via packs, or Vita, or whatever they're called packs, those work really good as a coffee flavoring. There are coffee extracts you can use. We tend to use the coffee granules, or occasionally, Madrina's coffee powder, but we don't have any hashtag not an ad, but totally would be an ad if they sponsored us. We don't have any of their peppermint mocha powder. But that's okay in this instance because I don't want a lot of the peppermint flavor in the cake. Because the peppermint flavor is going to be in the frosting.
But it's really strong.
Yeah, go easy on peppermint flavoring. That stuff is always super strong. Alright, so I'm going to scrape this off real quick. Scrape down my sides. And we're going to try again to see if we got enough, if we actually have a coffee flavoring in this time. Alright. I think we got it.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna do now. Yeah, we don't need the book anymore because the book doesn't actually have instructions for cupcakes. But that's okay because I can figure these things out on my own. So we're gonna do a quick cleanup here so I have room because we're going to need to fill our cupcakes. Okay. Okay. Ah, I kicked the bat. Oh, thank you. We have various stuffed bat cat toys because when I first got Pepper back in 2014 on my birthday, one of the things I was able to buy was a Halloween bat toy. I've never been able to find these since. And that was the toy I gave her when I got her, and she just loved it so much. And then when before Kit and I moved in together, I would babysit her cats while she was out of town, and Ziggy also loved it. So it was hilarious to me. But we couldn't find more of these cat toys, so Kit actually just made some. They're pretty cute. All right, where did those cupcake liners go?
I don't know. They weren't over there.
No, they were with this. Oh, there they are.
Okay.
We're good. We're
Oh,
good.
the ones in the box. Okay.
Yeah. So I have some holiday cupcake liners here. I think my mom gave me these a while ago. We're not going to use the toothpicks because I am very much against inedible decorations on cupcakes. Honestly, I'm against inedible decorations on anything because kids exist and kids will eat anything. And why do I not have my pocket knife with me? I found a pair of scissors. We're fine. I own like 3 pocket knives. I only know where 2 of them are at the moment. And by that I mean they're not with... Okay, hold on a second.
I'm going to sit down for a spell because my leg hurts.
Yes, please do. Pocket knife. This is like a little cheap Swiss Army-esque knife that my dad gave me. Yeah, I'm that person who could just rip open a box but owns a pocket knife, so that doesn't happen.
By the way, my surgery went really well.
Her surgery did go well, yay! Which part of the reason we're doing this baking stream is because people donated towards it, so here we are.
Ew.
Which, if people actually enjoy this, maybe we'll do another one sometime. Yeah. I'm having fun.
I'm too.
Alright, so, yeah. Inedible decorations have no place on my cupcakes because there are stupid people out. But what are we going to do?
That's a lot of reindeer.
There's also
I suppose there's like 8 reindeer for every Santa or whatever.
How are you supposed to fit that many How are you supposed to fit more than one reindeer on a sleigh? Because there's multiple sleighs here.
One sleigh and then a row of reindeer and you set them out.
Okay, I get it, but I don't like it. My God, why?
At least they look like reindeer and not deer.
They do. They actually do look like reindeer. All right, come on, come out. We have a very small space here. All right, so when I made these up, I made some of these, like a half batch of these cupcakes up a couple nights ago, and it made barely 12 cupcakes. So we're going to do 24 cupcakes here. And when Kayla come out. Why? Why you do this to me? How dare you? When Kayla comes, she's taking at least 12 home with her. Whether she likes it or not. I just realized the camera's tipped. How long has it been like that, y'all? Our camera setup is very interesting in the sense that we have a webcam that is attached to a giant binder clip that is hanging on the wall by a pin, push pin. That's what they're called. These are kind of small. This will be interesting. These are kind of small and a pain in the butt to get out. This is going to be really interesting.
You want me to start pulling them?
Sure. Well, we got 2 of them. We're going to use both of them because I think there's only 12 of each.
I can do that much.
You've been doing so much today. Hush your mouth.
I know, I just feel bad for sitting down. But
No,
I have to take care of myself. I'm still in recovery.
You are still in recovery, and if you don't take care of yourself, I will be sad.
If I don't take care of myself, I might end up getting my spine bones fused together surgically.
Wait, she didn't actually get a robo-spine.
No.
So one of the things I did to try and cheer Katie up for when she was getting her surgery was if you don't follow Corey Ryan Forrester on Twitter, I think that's his username, or it's possibly the Buttercream Dream.
Search he's Corey Ryan Forrester.
Corey Ryan Forrester. He also goes by the Buttercream Dream. He does like a fake wrestling thing. He's pretty funny. He's a Southern comedian, and it's quite hilarious, to be honest. But anyway.
And he's just a sweetheart.
He is a sweetheart. So he does stuff on Cameo. So I think it was like
it's a baker's dozen.
Oh, nice.
Ridiculous.
So we'll have 2 papers left over.
Yep.
So for Kit's birthday, I got him to do a cameo where I said, I need you to tell her that no, she cannot have a 3D printed spine. And what's Dave saying?
I was laying down on my bed, so I didn't notice the camera being on.
That's pretty great. All right. And he did a really good, like, wrestling-esque promo and was like, skew, skew. And the best part of it, though, was when we got to the point about me telling him to tell her not to that she's not going to do a 3D printed spine. He clearly hadn't read everything before then, because he just starts laughing.
Yeah, he did a like trying to stay in character.
She wants me to. She wants me to tell you that you cannot have a
robo printed. It's like a Randy Macho Man Savage style like 80s wrestler.
All right, so we're gonna get the rest of the batter off
He
of here.
almost can't be the buttercream dream anymore because he's like.
No, he has addressed that. He is still the buttercream dream, despite the fact that he has lost so much weight and gotten in shape.
He was a kind of a rotund sort of a feller, and then he over the pandemic got in super good shape.
I didn't.
That's delicious. I mean, I didn't either, but I spent most of it immobilized, so you know.
See, that's the thing. You spent most of it immobilized. I didn't. I spent most of it baking. Anyway, I'll be back. I'm just putting cookies on the thing.
On the cooling rack.
Some of these did not, I didn't press down hard enough or something, or...
That's okay. We have the pre-made ones that are look really good, so.
Yeah. Alright. So, now comes the fun part, she says sarcastically. We need to put all that in there. But that's okay. So this is, it looks like a regular ice cream scoop, which honestly you can use it as one, but it's actually a baking scoop. These are about a 1/4 cup in capacity, and that's really just the right size for cupcakes. These ones we're actually going to try and fill a little bit less because they do expand and blow over. I mean, we're baking these cupcakes because it's me. I am the cupcakes. If I didn't bake cupcakes for this stream, y'all would think I was some sort of fraud. Alright, so we scoop it in, we kind of level it off, and then we just squeeze it. Bam.
Boom, cupcakes.
Yep. And here's hoping that we only have 24 of these. I mean, are your coworkers going to be okay with getting more cupcakes?
Yeah, and well, part of the problem is when I brought them in yesterday, there was hardly anybody in the office because people are like taking Fridays off to use up their vacation or like telecommuting on Fridays. So there wasn't really. I kept going. Oh, I could give one to. No, they're not here today. Well, what about? No, they're telecommuting today. So.
Well, good. We'll send in fresh cupcakes with you on Monday.
Yeah, if I bring in some more.
And they've already been baby approved by your boss.
Yeah.
Well, baby approved by the boss's baby who is not born yet.
Yeah.
Our boss is pregnant. I'm so excited. This means getting baby stuff. I don't want kids, but I love shopping for kids.
I mean, one of the first things I bought for Ellie when I found out my sister-in-law was pregnant was a Batgirl onesie.
I mean, the first thing I bought for my kid sister Mara when I found out she was coming was a Batman pajama set. Mom used that as her Halloween costume one year, and it was adorable. Alright. These are probably going to go over, but that's okay. I'm trying to decide how much frosting we're going to need. So the frosting is going to be interesting.
Yes.
Because what's going to happen with the frosting is we're going to make... I don't know how much we're going to make yet, because we have plenty of butter, I think. I got to double check. But, so even that out a little bit. We're going to basically use a device that I purchased a while ago that's going to allow us to put 3 colors of frosting on one cupcake. There's actually ways to do it without having this fancy little doodad, but I don't feel like trying to do that. So, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, isn't it? You take the bag you're going to use and you put a streak of each of the colors of frosting in it?
Not really a streak, but you put you take one of these and you do a scoop of frosting, you put 3 scoops in, and then you kind of squeeze it together and it becomes the... So yeah, there's going to be kind of a swirly thing going on because I have this fancy thing that does that. Oh god, we're going to need more cupcake liners. But that's okay, we own plenty.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're going to need more cupcakes. Kayla, you're not here, and because you're not here, that means you've agreed to take 2 dozen cupcakes home.
Your absence has has contractually obligated you.
And we can't give these to the unknown entity because the unknown entity doesn't like coffee. Which is fine.
I would say we could bring some to my family, but we won't see them for another, 2 weeks.
I mean, if we wanted to, we could go visit, but I
could.
Don't really want to drive all the way there. Also, we got stuff we gotta do tomorrow.
Yeah.
What time is it?
11:45.
Really?
Yeah.
We've only been at this for 2 hours?
And we're on our last thing.
We are. We gotta get, once we get the cupcakes in, which we should actually be able to put both of these in at the same time.
Yeah.
I kind of regret telling your mom, no, I don't need the giant 24 cupcake thing. Okay, actually, you know what? We might be able to just get away with this. This might just be 24 cupcakes.
It sounds like you're scraping the bowl.
I am? Yeah. So I think, I think we're just going to get 24 cupcakes out of this. Okay, Kayla, maybe not an entire 2 dozen.
Just a dozen.
Maybe, yeah, just a dozen. All right, so when I gotta wash my hands after this. When I experimented with these a couple nights ago, my standard for cupcakes is 15 minutes. These definitely take 20. So I'm gonna get these in.
It's a very rich cake.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna get these in, and who wants to do some decorating?
I do. It's me. It me.
All right, let me get these in real quick. All right, let me wash my hands real quick, and I'll be right there.
Those cups of cocoa should be ready.
What?
Those 2 cups right there are cocoa for us, too.
Cocoa? I will bring the cocoa in. Paxie brings the cocoa in. Paxie brings the cocoa in. Paxie brings the cocoa in, and then we drink it up. Mmm. Crushing it. Hold on. There we go. All right. Okay. That there. All right. So, I need to finish putting this together. But we have a tray of icings. These are just cookie writing things or gel tubes because we do have some frosting we could do a full-on spread on, but we're not going to do that for these kind of cookies because they're just kind of made for this.
Yeah.
And because I love her, I got Kit a bunch of googly eyes.
Googling it.
All right, let me have this scissor real quick because I want to get this put together. So this is the contraption I was telling you about for the tricolor frosting. It fits together like this. This thing goes here, and then this goes on top of it. But I need to get it. These are reusable. We probably won't use them again, but I am going to take a moment to get them, they're made to be cut down to fit different sizes, so I'm going to do that real quick. Please. Grazie. So the last time I used this, I made the mistake of trying to put it all together while there was
frosting in it?
While there was frosting in it? Yeah. Hold on, I'm just trying to...
Yeah, you want to get them as tight in there as you can.
Tight in there as you can, and also there's little notches where everything goes, so... Doing the best I can. So, because I was worried that it would take too long to do all this, I pre-baked some cookies last night. These are... Okay, we're going to do something real quick. Like I said, we're probably not going to reuse these, so... And I need to be able to get them together so that... There we go. So yeah, we're doing prep work right now. I think my internet is crapping out. Be right back. Hopefully it comes back, Dave. It's been great having you here. It's been great having everybody here.
Yeah.
We really appreciate y'all showing up. Alright, that should be good. Alright, yeah. I trimmed these enough so that the top part is coming completely out. So now... Come on. That goes there. That goes there. And that goes there. This goes on here. And then this goes on top. Come on, work with me. It's being dumb.